Unlocking conversations. The power of whose in English. Hello, English learners. Today, we're going to dive deep into a very important question word in the English language, whose. Mastering whose can significantly improve your ability to engage in interactive and meaningful conversations. So, let's get started. Whose is an interrogative pronoun we use to ask questions about possession. It's all about understanding who something belongs to. For example, if you see a book and you want to know the owner, you might ask, whose book is this? So, whenever you need to find out the owner or possessor of something, whose is your go-to question word. In conversation, whose is used in many different ways. You can use it in the beginning, middle, or end of a question. Let's look at some examples. Starting the question, whose jacket is this? In the middle, do you know whose pen this is? At the end, this is whose umbrella? Remember, the position of whose in the question can change, but its purpose stays the same, to determine ownership. Sometimes, we want to ask a question in a more polite or indirect way. In this case, we use whose within a sentence. For instance, I wonder whose dog that is? Or, could you tell me whose car is parked in the driveway? These questions are more indirect, and often sound friendlier or more polite than direct questions. A common confusion among English learners is the difference between whose and whose. Remember, whose is about possession, while whose is a contraction of who is or who has. For example, correct use of whose bicycle is that? Correct use of whose coming to the party. Mixing these up can change the meaning of your sentence, so be mindful of this distinction. And there you have it. We've explored how to use whose to ask about possession in a variety of ways. Practice makes perfect, so don't hesitate to use whose in your daily conversations. I hope this video has been helpful and enlightening for you. Remember, learning English is a journey, and each step gets you closer to fluency. Happy learning!